Hi friends, Namaste. Good morning or good evening everyone. This is Lavanya Vishwanath from Australia. So I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. So from the last 5 weeks, our senior pyramid master Prasanna Medisetti from Houston is narrating a book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So last week, to give you a recap about the last week, Prasanna Garu has told that in any threatening issue, so we will be in the present moment. So when you are in the present moment, there will also be no suffering. So mind knows nothing. Mind can only perceive our opinion, give opinion about things by being connected to other beings. So you should always step out of the time dimension as much as possible. And today, I think Prasanna Garu would be covering about the clock time versus psychological time. With that, let's start the recording masters, as I mentioned just now. So let me play the recording.
Hi, good morning, friends. Today,
Is the voice audible, masters? Just let me know in the chat. I just paused it. Give me a thumbs up.
we will see, we'll continue to look for the power of now. We have seen how, if we are in the power of, how if we are living in the present moment, Hi, good morning, friends. Today, we will see, we'll continue to look for the power of now. We have seen how, if we are in the power of, how if we are living in the present moment, how we can see the things differently, how we can have effective use of the time that we are having and effective use of our energies, how we can keep it right. So we will see today what is that psychological time and a clock time. That's what I have given in again I have given an introduction to the last session, if I remember. So we will see how that is happening, right? So letting go of the psychological time. Basically, the clock time is the one that we always need to use it, because clock time is the one that we have to use, that we have to work according to the clock, right? Because future time sometime, or we have to go to the 10 o'clock to the office. So that kind of things we have to follow. But psychological time, like going back all the time, judging the people, going in future, fearing about the future, that's a psychological time that we need to take out of it. So we should use the practical aspects of our life, like how this can. So when we clock time immediately, so use work in that moment. Suppose you need to do something for a month. So next month you plan for a trip. Okay. When you are planning for the trip, I cannot say that you have to live in the present moment. You cannot plan for the trip, and only when you go there you have to plan. No. When you are planning for a trip, it could be office trip or a pleasure trip or a vacation or whatever it is, you should go to that clock time, book your tickets, book your hotel, book whatever the things that are needed, and then come back to return to the present moment. Because to do that particular thing after a month or two couple of months, you need to do certain things now, because those are the things that you have to complete in the present moment. So you have to do that kind of things now. But we should immediately return to the present moment, present awareness. When those matters are dealt with, when those things are done, you need to come. You should not go, oh, when I go to the vacation, I'll be like this, I'll be like this. So go when you are in that moment, you can enjoy. Okay, that's a psychological time and a clock time between. So you need to identify what is the psychological time. Psychological time is always living in the past or living in the future. Okay, compulsive projection of your future. So compulsive nature, that you are actually remembering all the things that are happening in the past, are always getting fear about the future. So that's the compulsive nature of the psychological time. That is the time that we do not want to be there. Clock time is not like that. Clock time is making an appointment, booking a tickets, booking that, booking this. This is a clock time. So we should do that. Okay, we should not mix these two things. You should not get confused between the clock time and the psychological time. We do not repeat the same mistake. Suppose you can go and see what happened in the past. You can go and learn the lessons, and you should say, oh, because you did some mistake like a month ago, and because I'm living in the current moment, I'm forgetting everything. And if I want to do the same mistake now, so that is not going to help you. So whatever that mistakes you have done in the past, you have to remember them, that you should not repeat it now. Okay, that from that past, you should only take the lessons and should not repeat it. Okay. And also predicting the future by means of the laws, physical, all those things, right? Learn from that can be done. Suppose you can predict it. You can predict the laws or predict some math that is coming up. All those things you can predict and you can do it. Okay, but not living. Suppose, let us take a best example of stock, right? When you're doing a stocks, if you are doing a stock, you can see what is the past pattern, and you can predict the future, and you can buy the stocks, but that's it. But don't go there, oh, if this stock has increased that much, if I buy now, it will increase that so much now, and then I'll become rich, I become do that, I can go vacation. Because this is a psychologically that you are doing a lot of things. So that is the one we should avoid it. Past, take an appropriate action. By taking that, take an appropriate action based on your predictions. Whatever the predictions that you are doing, take an appropriate, but live practically. We cannot go to the reference to the past or the future. Present moment always remains essential factor. So the present moment is always the so precious. The life is happening in the present moment. It is not happening in the past, or it is not happening in the future. The past becomes irrelevant to the present moment. The past is no value to the present moment. It is irrelevant. Only the lessons you have learned in the past is relevant, not the entire past. So any planning, any working that you have actually keep some particular goal, what are you doing now? That is important. You have some goal. The students have some goal of becoming go to the medical school. That's it. Their future goal. But what are you doing now is important. What you are going to do after becoming a doctor or after going to the medical school is not relevant. When you are now, what should be done? What are the action items that you have to do? That is important. So that is, suppose if you are an undergrad student and you are aiming for a medical school, what you should do? You should do well in your when you are undergrad. You should do good. You should get good grades. You should do some volunteering. You should do whatever the blah 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 that you need to do it. That you need to do it now, right? You cannot go and repent back, oh, I would have done when I'm in undergrad, I'm not getting time. So that's not the thing. So always, even if you have a goal, that goal, what you are doing now is so much important. So the enlightened persons, all the enlightened persons always focus on attention, given attention, focus on the current moment, the present moment only. They will still, they are still on peripherally aware of the time, that is the now time, that is the life happening in the now. They continue to use the clock, but they are free from the psychological time. Enlightened persons, they will continue. They will also continue to use the clock time. They will also use booking tickets and all those things, like they will go to the future and do it, but they are psychologically, they will not go there. That's the point where we have to reach after listening to these sessions, after we learn so much of this power of now from Eckhart Tolle. That's what we have to do it. We should be alert all the time. We should be alert. We should transform our clock time. We should not go into the psychological time. If you make a mistake in the past, learn it using your clock time. Okay, using your clock time, learn it. That day I have done mistake, but don't dwell yourself that tipping off into the guilt or anything like self-criticism or guilt build up or something like that. Me, I did that, me, mine, take it off. That time, whatever the knowledge I have, that particular time, I did that one. Okay, whatever the knowledge you have, it only you did it that time you feel it is right. That's the reason you did it. Now, after learning so much things and after coming into the life, you are thinking that that's not the right. It's okay. Because that time you don't know that. It's okay. You learned the lesson. So don't go psychologically there and have a guilt trip. Just come back and be, from now onwards, you do the right things. You make part of your sense, right? Your sense of the self. We are attaching to the psychological time, going back and doing. Even suppose if one of you came, because I'm seeing all these people and all of you, right? I'm seeing you're asking some questions and doing this, and suppose let us take tomorrow, like down the line, 6 months or anything, I came for a visit to the Australia. Let us take, and not many of you showed up for the session that I just wanted to take, or I just wanted to talk to you in person. So if I take so much into my me, mine and all, oh, see, for these guys, even if I go to MMS2, because I'm referring today, I'm at the MMS2 Mega Meditation Summit. So MMS2 also, I took time for them and did it. And even if I'm not well, I did it and these people did not show up. That is, I'm going psychologically backside. I should not be doing it. First thing is here, in that kind of situation, if I take, I should not be worrying at all. Because today, I'm enjoying doing it. I'm enjoying sharing the knowledge with you. I'm doing it. It's not about you. It's about me. That's what we should always take it. Tomorrow, you may be having 100 and other things. That day, you have to take, you have some pre-booking that you have to take your kids somewhere, or you may be having some office meeting, one might have. So all of you might get something or the other. That could happen. So I should not be expecting that, oh my God, I spend a lot of time, all these people should come and meet me. That's not the case. That's a psychological thing. I should always be living in that present moment. Okay, if none of you showed up, only a couple of them showed up, spend more time with them. Because there may be the thing that I wanted to learn something from them, or I wanted to give something to them. So it's all learning is all mutual. So you should not go into that psychological time and if you are keeping that, next time when I come before you, I'll have all that kind of judgments. When I have that judgment, I will not be able to give my 100% to you. Same thing with you also, right? So that is why When you do not live in the judgment, don't criticize yourself, don't criticize others. If you are criticizing yourself, you are in the judgmental guilt trip, all the things. For criticizing others, you are judgment about that time. Because 1 year back, Lavanya may be different from now, Lavanya, because she must have gone through so many experiences. She must have learned so many things, and she changed herself, like I changed myself, right? So you cannot, because if I met her like 1 year back, if I'm staying in the psychological time, what will happen is my judgment, my thing will be there only. But if I'm just living in the present moment, whatever she's talking to me now, that only I can take it. So that is the kind of thing that we all should be there. Hope I make it a clear what is a psychological time and what is a clock time. Non-forgiveness comes heavy burden of the psychological time. Remember, if you are not able to forgive somebody, it's a lot of burden you are actually taking up. That burden, that burden is coming from not from the clock time, that's coming from the remember, friends. So do not be there in the psychological time. If you set yourself a goal, work towards it using your clock time. That's where you should use the clock time. If you have a goal, after I need to reach there, work towards that goal. Let us simple take power of now. I need to complete in 2024. Let us work towards it. Persistently take the sessions, whether you went somewhere or do something. If you start skipping, because being a Saturday, being a weekend, there will be so many things will come up to me that I might have to stop the sessions. You have seen that, right? So today also I can say that I am in MMS2. I cannot take it. And next week, the same time, I'm on travel. So I may say that, oh, I'm on flight, Lavanya, I cannot take it. But if you want persistently, because that goal is 2024, I want to complete this book, let us take. Then I have to take persistently, I have to see the other means, something like that, right? So you should be aware of what you want to do it and use that clock time and do. Honor yourself, honor fullest, whatever the fullest to that particular goal in the present moment. My goal is to complete this book in 2024, honor myself and honor my time, and give completely 100% in this moment. When I'm doing this completely in this moment, I'm not actually worried about what is happening on the stage in the MMS2 or what is happening to the other. I took that responsibilities, what will happen? Somebody will take it. This 40 minutes or 45 minutes, I wanted to give the lecture, give completely. Then what I have that sense of satisfaction, I'll get it. Sense of a lot of satisfaction, I'll get it because I gave that 100% to this moment. I lived in this moment, not only giving a lecture, anything. If you are in that, if I'm playing with a small kid, give 100% and enjoy that. Meanwhile, because in these days, I'm actually, whenever I go to the parties, right? Instead of sitting with the other same aged group, I'm just going with the small kids, very little kids. I'm just taking them and enjoying feeling their skin, feeling their smile and all those things. I feel immense happiness, a lot of happiness, because those are such innocent kids, right? So if you are living in that moment, that's what. If you don't like, you may say that, oh, if I'm going there, some gossip is happening and my mind is getting diverted. I may be in the judgments of the other person. Just don't be there. Take out, go still, you may have to go social obligations, but go pick up some kid, go on play with the kids and plan some game and let all the kids play. So all these things, whenever I'm involving myself, that I feel immense happiness. That's how you can do it. You are seeking happiness, right? At the end, we are seeking happiness. Why we will go to the gatherings? Not for gossiping, not for judging others. We wanted to feel some happiness. If you are not finding some happiness while you're sitting with the other ladies or the same age people, go and find happiness where exactly it comes. So work in that intensity, give that intrinsic value of your time that is happening in this moment. So when you are giving a clock time also at that moment so much importance, then it will convert into a good memory. So if you are putting yourself into this gossiping or anything, that will convert into psychological time, because you remember whether you want it or not, you will remember all the gossip. And next time when you are talking to the third person, then what happens? Actually, you are judging the other person. Your life, so you will be traveling back, and whatever you heard that party, that gossip, you will judge, and you are living in that psychological moment, not in the present moment when that person came and talked to you. That's where the problem comes. Okay, life journey is, you feel when you are living in the present moment, it's not an adventure. It's not something that you have to fear. You feel it's life is flowing. It's a life is flowing like a water. You feel beauty that life is giving. Miracles are happening in your life. Miracles are unfolding. Each day is so exciting. You are living when you are living in the present moment, because every day you are looking forward for that life, right? So each day is very exciting, very powerful. That is the kind of life we wanted to live in. Okay, hope. But still, I'll continue that. But that's the main concept of psychological time and the clock time. So here is one more question that Arcot is being asked. I can see the supreme importance of now, because I am able to see that, but I cannot quit go along with you when you say that time is complete illusion. He is saying time is illusion, right? So I cannot go with that. What is that? When I say time is illusion, Arcot is saying, when I say the time is illusion, what is his intention is, it's a psychological, philosophical statement. It is it's a philosophy. He's remembering the fact that it is fine to hoard, because the time is illusion, is you feel that it's a meaningless. But when you fully realized in that moment that I should not be living that kind of thing, right? You feel that your mind is actually peeling off like an onion peeled off. All the layers are peeling off, all the problems are peeling off, and you started living in that present moment. That's the thing. Suppose if I keep on, what is my worry? Only the future. What is my worry? Only the past. Suppose when I'm sitting in front of you, whoever is asking the question to me, you are just asking in the present moment. If I am not judging you anything in the past that happened, you and me, then I will be focusing 100% with you. Even the kid, our own kids, right? When they are coming and they are happily talking something, you will remember something that they did yesterday, or that day morning you will get angry. Isn't it? So if you are not living in that moment, if you are only living in this moment, what will happen? You will happily enjoy with them. That is what he wanted. That's where he says that time is illusion. So do not go that psychological, the insanity of your psychological time, right? Do not go. You will not be any doubt if psychological time, if you take it's a mental disease. I can say going into the psychological time is a mental disease. It is a collective, and also psychologically, if you manifest, there's a collective manifestations of the things, whatever the thoughts, if you started doing it psychologically, suppose if your kid is not coming, the people, especially the moms, I can say 100 things they will think about it. That he met with the accident, what happened, that all negative things will come into your picture. If he is not coming back on time, don't think that maybe, or if he is not picking up your time, think maybe his phone charge is out. Maybe he's in a meeting. Maybe he's doing something important. Maybe he was stuck up somewhere. He will be coming in. Send all that only positive thoughts. Because these negative thoughts are remembering. Thought is manifestation. The moment you started sending a thought, it's a manifestation. You are manifesting unnecessary bad things. Do not ideally don't do that, because you are actually releasing a thought to the universe. Okay. So we have that rigid some belief systems, the religious belief system that this implicit, if happened, this if it will happen. It might happen that, because in all our pujas, right? Because people are not actually listening to the things. Some of the things they said that if you do this, then only you will go to the heaven. If you do some kind of, what do you say, the fear-based thing, they started it. So which is not true. God is not a psychic person to punish you. Okay. That's a supreme universe which is there. A part of it is there within you also. So come out of that psychology. So all our religious beliefs kept in our kept all of us in the psychological mind, come out of that point mind, project that one pointedness and live in the present moment. So whenever you are living in this present moment, you will be liberated. Liberated from what? Liberated from past and liberated from future. You are in the present moment. You are happy, you are fulfilled, you are living equality. That is attained. Not so infrequently. Should do it so frequently. You should come out of that slavery of that psychological time. Okay, don't murder the present moment. Don't murder the time that is life that is happening, because while going to the past and while going to the future, you are murdering the present moment. So when you are murdering the present moment, you are not living in the present moment. When you are not living in the present moment, you are not happy in the present moment. That's the one that you have to remember. So always live in the present moment only. Okay, don't murder your things. Don't murder your current moment. He is saying an example he was given is estimated that as many as 50 million people were murdered to further the cause of communism, to bring the better world in Russia, China, and other countries. Those many people were killed. But did they achieve the better world? This is actually an example how we are projecting the future and making the present hell. Even that, who is that? Hitler did the same thing, right? He wanted to change the world and he killed all the people. So that's not the thing. So thinking about the future, they all did the present moment hell. Can there be any doubt? Now, is there any doubt that you are living in this psychological time which is too dangerous and it is a mental illness? I hope I made it so clear in this session. If I can make only this point in the entire session, that making it what is the clock time and what is the psychological time, how you can live in the past and present and future of the clock time, but not the past and future of the psychological time. If I can make you understand, all of you, I have achieved my time in the present moment is spent well. So how does the mind pattern operate your life? Usually, how does it operate? It's always try to go somewhere. It won't other than where you are. It won't stay where you are. It is always going to the past or future, just around the corner, because your life is very short-lived. Short-lived. It's always going to the short-lived pleasures such as food, sex, drinks, drugs, thrills, excitement, movies, that kind of thing, right? Past, future, these things only it is happening. You will become more filled. But if you are actually, do you believe that all these things are actually giving a new thrill? If you feel, you will become fulfilled, good enough, psychologically complete. Are you completing it when you are doing all these things? Or are you waiting for some more moments in the life? So if you find it, if you find what is the meaning of your life, right? At one point, all of you feel that, yes, this is what I want to do in my life. Yes, I got this. That is the thing, that is the meaning of your life. Once you find out that, you will try to do that, you will try to achieve that. You don't need these different varieties of foods, alcohols, drugs, thrills, excitements. You don't need it, because whatever you are doing in your work or whatever that you are doing, right, you feel that thrill will be there in the present moment whenever you are doing it, right? So you don't need all the things. Why I am doing with all the things that is going on around here in this hall MMS2, why I'm doing the session to you? It's not the love that I have all of you. It's the love that I have on my work. I really enjoy. I really enjoy reading. I really enjoy giving an examples. I feel that, yes, I have purpose. I want to do this, because that works as a kind of happiness. Because I'm getting happiness, I'm doing. Otherwise, why in the world I will do it, right? I may be having love on you to give one session or two sessions. I'll not have the love on you to give so many sessions, right? Because I should be living. I should be enjoying what I'm doing. Then only I can do it. Similarly, work, it goes to you as well. Mind identified or unenlightened state of consciousness, if it is there, right? So whenever mind identifier we are not enlightened, then you will create, oh, if I'm doing this, there may be there may be some, I may get some good name or something I projected, because I don't even not able to give an example because I didn't live in that state. Okay, the power and infinite creative potential. So when you are living now, the infinite creative potential will be there. If you are not living in this mind unenlightened state, all this will be, your potential will be sealed in the current moment. In the current moment, it will happen because you are thinking of something. Suppose if I'm thinking like I will get something out of this class, or somebody may offer something, or because I just gave, so next time I may get an offer, they may invite me to the Australia and they may ask for some sessions. I may get to see the time. So all these are all the psychological time. If I am in there, what will happen is I will not be able to focus in the present time. I will not be enjoy the present moment. Forget about whether I'm coming to your place and enjoying all the things. That happens or not, that's a psychological time. But I'm ruining the present moment. Right now, I'm happily enjoying being with you, teaching you, learning from you, giving you some knowledge. I'm just really enjoying. So that's a moment when I'm there, I will be happy. The time will be so beautiful, enjoyable. So your life, if you are not, if I'm not living that, my life loses that freshness, that sense of wonderful kind of thing, right? The old patterns, I'll be going to the old patterns, old emotions, old behavior, old reactions, old expectations, all the things will be there. But when I'm living in the present moment, I will be like happily enjoy the present moment and move on. That's the thing. That's the power that it has to the current moment. The mind creates obsession of the future. Do not fall trap of it. Always mind wants to live somewhere past or future. It's obsessed about thinking and doing something. Unsatisfactory. It is always unsatisfactory in the present moment. But if you bring that mind and live in the present moment, you will enjoy like anything. You will have so much love towards your life. Okay, do that. Negativity and suffering has the roots in time. Your negativity and suffering is always having the roots in your time only. Remove that time. Believe that the future is better than the present moment is an illusion. It may not be always an illusion, but think that future is better than present moment. If you are thinking always what will happen, the present is dreadful, present is not good. When you are not happy doing the present is not good, what will happen? You will not do well in the present moment. When you are not doing, how can the future will be better? If you should do present better, then only you can do the future better, right? Future is a replica of the past. Whatever that you have done in the past, that's a replica, is only the future. So when you have not done anything good in the past, how could be the future will be past? Suppose you want to go to medical school. If you are not doing well in your undergrad, how do you go to medical school? You are not able to do, right? Similarly, anything that we do, present moment, if you are doing best, the future will be good. These superficial changes are not possible if you are not doing the current present. The miracles will not happen if you are not doing the thing. If you are really living in the present moment, that real transformation happen, which is rare, but you can still try it. You can try to live in the present moment, dissolve the past, completely dissolve the past. Live, when a person is coming to you, freshly talk to them as if you are talking to him or her first time. Enjoy that moment. Grasp that whatever that they are trying to tell you. Future is intrinsic part of the present moment. Your future, right? Your future consciousness state is intrinsic part of the current consciousness state. If you are carrying a lot of burden in the present moment, your future also you are going to carry a lot of burden. If you are feeling light in the current moment, your future will also be light. You will experience more light. You will experience more happiness in the future as long as you are enjoying the current moment, as long as you are happy in the current moment. The past is always perpetuated from the future is always perpetuated from the past. Your future consciousness is also how you enhance your consciousness in the past. So is always try to live in this moment. You may win $10 million, but what kind of change is happening in your life if you start doing, right? You simply continue and the conditioned patterns. more luxurious surroundings, more the thing. That's what you will imagine, right? Humans have that that kind of imagining, but humans have learned how to split an atom. Remember, they know how to split an atom, how to do that. They know instead of killing 10, 20 people with a wooden club, one person can now kill a million. So nowadays, you can million. You can think of $10 million coming up and you can imagine the things. Or people nowadays we are into the technologies. The wooden club, in the olden days, they used to keep like 10, 20 people in an hour or so. But now with the push of a button, you can kill thousands of people, or you can smash the country. But is that the real change that we wanted? We wanted to have, it is not the $10 million, and it's not the killing a person or killing the country. That's not the thing. What we want, the quality of the conscious moment, quality of the conscious moment that is happening in the present, and how we can increase that consciousness, determine your consciousness increase in the future. Okay. Whether the true change, these are the changing, like from wooden club to the atom bomb, is not the real change. That's a technology. That's not the real. That's a too dangerous technology that we have evolved. We've got it. Where the true change happening is, it is happening in the present moment by dissolving your past. That is the one that we have to be there. All negativity is caused by accumulation of your psychological time. All negativity is caused accumulation of psychological time. That happened as with that girl 1 year back I met, she's told that, and 6 months back I met, now also she's like this. So you are psychologically, you are accumulating so much. You're denying the present moment. You are accumulating so much into the past moment. You are uneasy, you are anxiety, you are tensed, you are worried, you are stressed out, because all forms of the fear, it is happening. That is a psychologically you are actually happening. It is caused too much about the future, not enough in the present moment, and too much fear about the future. Guilt, regret, resentment, grievance, sadness, bitterness, all these things, unforgiveness, not able to forgive the past that has happened, not able to live in the present moment. Because of that, all this happening. This state of consciousness is totally negativity. It is possible, and we are all living in that kind of thing. So it is possible to dissolve all of that in the present moment, and dissolve all the past and live in the present moment, and liberate from the past, liberate from the spiritual. You should be liberated with all these spiritual teachings. You should, the salvation is nothing but come out of that guilt past, come out of that illusionary future. Right now, live in the right moment, present moment. That is what the salvation and liberation that you can take in. Is when you are free from all these things, the present moment is so nice. Present moment is so happy. You may find it very hard to recognize the time, or you may find hard to dissolve your sufferings or to dissolve your problems. But trust me, if you start living in this house, simple example, like everything that you eat, when you are walking, each step of your walk, and when you are climbing the step, each step of your climb, like start living. Okay, this 1 hour, I will always be in the present moment. Start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. So increase in your life. Then your life will be very beautiful. It is caused by the situations of your life that happened in the past. You are unable to do that because you are conventionally lived all these 30, 40, 50 years of the time there. So do not do that. Okay, do not do that. Come out of the things. People are calling from the conference hall. I'll wind up in 5 minutes. Unhappiness were miraculously removed today. Whatever that unhappiness that you have, it will be miraculously it will be removed today. You do not have any unhappiness in the present moment. Only thing is, if you see unhappiness is there in the past moment, or unhappiness is there in the future only. It is not there in the present moment. Wherever you go, there will be one problem. Even if the problem is there will be one problem. Now I have to go there because they are calling this one problem. So in order to go there, what I should do? I should wind up the class. So I have 5 more minutes, I'll come. So that kind of thing, right? You will not have much issues. I am not thinking about what will happen, what are the things. So nothing will happen. Everything can wait in the life. It's not like so much things are happening, right? Only when there is so much thing, suppose at the same time when I'm taking class, if something, it is an unusual that I'm getting a call from my kids, immediately I'll take it, because that is the feel that I feel urgency, right? That kind of a thing. Only live in that present moment and do the thing. Nothing will not. It's not a big. It's not difficult. It's not a difficult to dissolve the past. So he's saying, I cannot believe I could ever reach to that point. The one of the listener asking Eckhart Tolle, I don't think I can live in that completely free from my problems. Yes, you are right, because you started living in this kind of moment for a long time. So you are feeling that there is a no salvation of the time. You cannot free from the future. Present, you cannot live in the present. You are feeling, but when you are listening to this lecture means you completely left off all the things you came here to listen to this lecture, which means that you are living in the present moment. Grab that, finding underneath what is the value, why the universe is put you under this lesson, because universe want to teach you something. That's why it put all of us, you and me, put all of us into this lesson, so that we all need to learn from this. So I do not say that I cannot be free from the future. You can be free from the future. You can dissolve free from the past and future. You can live in them. It is I'm extremely unhappy of the life at this moment. If you say that, yes, if you have some grief at this moment, live in the present, completely in that grief, then come out of it. You will come out of it. So you will come out of it. And do not happy what will happen in the future. Don't be the grief. Okay, present moment, if it is unhappy and you are not liberating it all, live in that present moment, whatever be the unhappy, and don't think about the future. Today you lost something, you lost somebody very dear to you, just grieve that moment, completely immerse in that. You will come out of the next moment, because, oh, how the future will be, that will scares a lot. If you go to that villages, because future, as a kid, I used to laugh when the people are crying in front of the somebody, right? Because I don't know why, how come, because they always remember like, how do I live? Because, and they will shout, because those are the fears that they have. More than that person is not there, because of the future thing, they will be feeling more of the things. Because as a kid, I doesn't know, we are all used to joke, see that how they are, and this lady will be crying and some other lady will also start crying. And these are all the things are like, the other lady may not have any problem, but the thing is, for the social custom or something like that, they may be doing it. But anything, if you are losing something, you are not actually in that, not the present moment grief, you are thinking about something about the future and you are actually crying. So if you are stopping that will not have the much. If you are in the problem now, you've lost something, you grieve, act accordingly. What should be done, right? So then you are free from. You cannot be unhappy fully in the present moment. You will find something. You cannot be unhappy totally. Life situations happen, but don't bring that psychological time of the past and future into the current time and make that life situation very complicated. Okay. So past, the way that you wanted to go, let go, you should let go. Don't resist the situation, not to let go. If the situation has to go, it has to go. It's true that my present life situation is a result of things that happened in the past. You agree. But still my present situation is struck. I'm unhappy. What should I do? Forget about your life situation that happened in the past. Whatever has happened, it happened. Forget about that situation. So what is the difference? Then you feel that this moment, this day is completely brand new day in your life. The life situation has presented now. You are not, no resentments that has happened. Now think what you should do to improve it. Forget that will give you mind, because you already dissolved the past. You have a clear picture what should be done to get better. You can do it. So life is happening now. At this moment, the life situation is all the mind stuff. Life is that life situation is not the real life. It happened. It happened in the past. It is not the real. Now live. Narrow your life down to the current moment. Your life situation is not having those many problems. because you are feeling there's many problems, because you are also bringing the past life also, situation also into the current moment. And also you are projecting yourself, fearful projection about the tomorrow also. That's why you are seeing that full of problems, because you are bringing the past life, you are gaining the future problems. There's no room to live in this current life, current situation. So live in that room, live in that current situation. So wherever you go, make some room and live in that. Use your senses fully. Be there where you are. Look around. See the light, how the shapes, what are the things that is happening. Everything, look around, colors, textures, all the things. When you're observing all the things, you feel different kind of thing. You feel different space you will find. You will not judge the past situation. You will feel that there are so much life is happening around me and I can live in the present moment. I can let go of the future. You will wonder, you will see that how the life is wonderful. That mental abstraction of the time, you come out of that. You live in the insane mind, you leave that insane mind. You get the current moment energy into this. Slowly destroy your past, slowly destroy the poisoning past, the problems in the past. Awaken yourself, live in the present moment. When the present moment is happy, your future will also be happy. With that, I'm closing the psychological time and the clock time, and how you can live in that present moment. Okay, friends, now I'll open for the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna Garu, for the recording. And I see you. Let me just make you co-host.
That's okay. I can talk.
Yeah. Thank
You
you.
got it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chandana.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a wonderful topic and session. Thank you so much. I have one doubt and one query always. While I was debating with one of my friends, I mean, debate in the sense I was talking to one of my friends. I myself was not confident in clearing the way I answered. It is like, I know many times, like you have said, we always need to think about now, like goals or anything is also like you have given the example of becoming a doctor and now you have to think, right? But that is a future goal, right? Isn't it that we are thinking in the future? If that is the goal that we are have to work on now, then I always get confused. It is future, then everything will be like a future thing, right? We have to work at the current moment.
No. What
How
I
to
said is,
differentiate that?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because having a future, that's a clock time goal. By 10
Yes.
years or by 8 years, I would need to become a doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to have that kind of goals. But the thing is, you should not be in imaginary situation like, if I don't do well my entrance, what will happen? If I don't get the seat, what will happen? If I don't become a doctor, what will happen? If I am seeing the blood in clinicals, how I will react? So these are all the psychological type.
Okay. So you're saying having a goal in mind is not a wrong thing, right?
It is not a
Basically,
wrong thing, but to achieve that goal, what you should do in the current moment. That's the
without
one that we
thinking
have to
all
do.
the other sides is what
Without
you're
all the
saying.
thinking other things, right? Okay, my neighbor has done something and he failed, so I may be failing. My cousin has done something. This is all a psychologically type that we are comparing. That's where we are dissolving ourselves either in the past or in the future.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's how you should have that goal. You should always keep our goal, work towards it. But while working, what should be done in the present moment, that only we have to do it.
Okay. So,
Is it clear?
so having a goal is, yeah, I got it, ma'am. Thank you. So having a goal is never thinking in the future. It might be thinking, but it is not a psychological goal. So it is still
Yeah.
okay
You
to
can
have
always
such
keep
things.
clock time goal, but not psychological.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for clarity.
Thank you.
Any other questions, friends? So, Prasanna, so the past and the future, it's only the psychological time, right? I mean, you're thinking either in the past or the future. That's you're putting in a different way as psychological time.
Yes. Because if your feelings in the past, like a guilt trip or all those things, right, are psychological. Your fear about the future is psychological. Your plan about the future is not the psychological. It's a clock.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you should always be able, that's why I stress on that point only today's class, psychological time and physical and actual clock time. These are the two different things. If you are actually able to differentiate, right, you can be, so you can be clear in your path. In order
So,
to do
ma'am,
that MMS2 today, we would have planned like 2 months. Without that planning, this event will not be successful today, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
today I have
so
to give
all
4
the
o'clock to your
emotions
session
come
means under psychological time. Yes. All your emotions, feelings, that comes under the psychological, or your planning, doing the things is comes under the clock time.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Now it's clear, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Any other questions, friends? I think that's all, Prasanna garu. I think we will let you go to attend your MMS too.
Yeah. It is almost at the end, right? They are calling for vote of thanks. Okay.
Okay, go
So
ahead,
we are
Prasanna garu.
all
Thank you
at the
so
end.
much.
Yeah. Thank you.
All
Bye
the
bye.
best, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, ma.
Bye.
Thank you, Lavanya.
Thank you, Chandana. Thank you, everyone. See
Exactly.
you all next week at the same time.